Welcome back once again, my people, to another edition of the Reggae Boyz Weekly. Actually, I think today is the first time we're going live on a Saturday. So, um,
Mm.
and we will be live tomorrow again, people. But today's a special live stream. However, people, we have some big bad, I guess you could say, breaking news surrounding one of the English-based players. And it is rumored news as well. I mean, rumored, whatever. Is it coming from a trusted source? I mean, who knows? Who is to tell? But yeah, one of the players will not be available for tomorrow. As he left back for England, and by the title, you guys would have obviously seen or know which player we're talking about, and it's Michail Antonio. So we're going to discuss Michail Antonio not being available for the game tomorrow as he left back for England. Now we have to ask ourselves the question: why did Michail Antonio leave the Reggae Boyz camp? I mean, again, it is being rumored. Why did he leave? You know what I'm saying? So we're going to discuss that. But once again, people, welcome back. If you just joined in, smash up the like button as it does help the video to get out there to more people. Also, if you're new, hit that fat red subscribe button. And I didn't even introduce he's not a co-host, people. I guess you could say both hosts, whatever the case is. But
It is
welcome back,
co-host, bro.
Dicanio.
Sound like you're a university student, no, bro.
Wagwan,
Co-host.
wagwan. Big up yourself,
There.
big up
Come
yourself.
on.
But once again, people, before we get the show started, we have to give it a big bad intro.
It's time to rise up. Stand and take your place. Rise up.
Shine like the
Rise
sun.
up, rise up.
Your journey has just begun. Rise up.
Yeah, people, welcome back. So today we're going to talk about Michail Antonio, as it is being rumored that he jetted off back to England. He left the Reggae Boyz camp, and we have to talk about it. Why did Michail Antonio leave the Reggae Boyz camp? Is it a case where he's not committed to the Reggae Boyz? I mean, is he injured? What's the issue surrounding Michail Antonio? Is it time that we move on from Michail Antonio if it is the case that he left the Reggae Boyz camp? So, also we're going to talk about Demarai Gray after in a recent video. We saw him on the road to recovery. So Demarai Gray will possibly be available for selection in the upcoming Copa America squad that will be selected soon in a couple of days' time. And we're going to discuss Coach Jaime Hallgrimsson as he has faced recent criticism from different, factions of the Reggae Boyz fan base. So we're going to discuss that. Is the criticism surrounding Jaime Hallgrimsson warranted? Should the Jamaica Football Federation sack Jaime Hallgrimsson? I'm not saying that they should sack Jaime Hallgrimsson. I'm asking the question because people, some fans out there will think say, "Oh, Hallgrimsson is not doing a good job." But are we in reason to question Jaime Hallgrimsson? But people, we know what we're here for. We're here for Michail Antonio as well as Coach Jaime Hallgrimsson. So, Decano, let's kick it off with
We'll also be doing the match preview as well for the Dominican
yes.
Republic.
So let's kick it off with Michail Antonio, right? So Michail
Mm.
Antonio, look like the man left the Reggae Boyz camp. Already on his way back to England, probably arrived already. You think you could give me a good reason as to why Michail Antonio would leave the camp?
I'm not on the links in a JFF, bro, so I have no idea. And guys, this is a rumor. It's not official. It's not, you see me? So, it must be injury, bro. If that's the case and he's outside and he's left the camp, it has to be injury. It can't be anything else. He started the full 90 minutes against Dominican Republic. So there wasn't really any other issues. It has to be that I don't see him falling out with the coach. I don't really see any other issue or any other problem that could cause him going back to England. Unless it's a family emergency. I think we've seen that before. I think he was with Ethan Pinnock. I think he either wasn't available or he left the camp because of a family emergency. So I think those are the two main things that it could be: family emergency or an injury. You see me? So
You don't think it could be for
as I
any
was
other
saying,
reason? Is it that Michail Antonio and some of these foreign-based players, they don't respect the qualifying rounds? What do you think? You think he's just waiting on the Copa America? Because for me, I think some of these players have more respect for the Copa America than the qualifying rounds. So, despite Michail Antonio saying that he loves Jamaica, whatever the case is, if it is true that he left the camp, right, and went back to England, then obviously he's not committed to the program.
That point has no basis for me because he literally came and played against Dominican Republic. So
Yeah,
what?
but why will he not be there for Dominica if it is true?
Yes, and I just literally told you the two reasons why it could possibly be that. But that reason that you are giving about not being committed, it just can't. It makes no sense because he came to play against Dominican Republic. So if for some reason he's back in England, it has to be whether injury or a family emergency. It can't be anything else, and it
I'm
can't
just
be,
or
and it
Mikel
can't be
Antonio.
due to
Or
his.
what is it? Is it that him can manage the pressure that comes with playing for Jamaica? Because listen, I was reading an article. No, listen, I was reading an article from the Jamaica Observer, I believe it is, or Jamaica Gleaner, and the headline was really a bit harsh on Mikel Antonio. You know, they stated that his performance against the Dominican Republic was quite industrial. He never really do nothing much. And I think there was another publication criticizing Mikel Antonio for his poor performance against the Dominican Republic. You know,
Yeah,
so what
man,
are
we
we
did
saying?
say. Yeah, man, let's just address this. Joshi, we did say that it's not Joshi, Jay Shai, sorry, my bro. We did say that these are rumors, right? So yeah, for anyone who's coming in and they're just listening to this conversation, yes, we did say that it is rumored, right? What else, no, person? Just you want to cover that?
No, I'm just saying maybe it's a case of Mikel Antonio can't manage the pressure after having such a poor performance against the Dominican Republic. You know, for a player that's playing in the English Premier League, you know, whenever he does play for Jamaica, he's not at his best in terms of goal scoring and the goals that he's scoring for the country.
Hmm.
So I
Well,
believe if the rumor is true that he left the camp and headed back to England, I mean, unless him tell us their family reasons or whatever the case is, I think we should move on from him if the reason is not surrounding a family emergency or an injury.
Well, if the reason is not surrounding that, but I see no reason why he would leave for any other reason. As in, I don't see the point of leaving for any other reason because Dominican Republic is 150th ranked, right? And Dominica, who we're going to play tomorrow, is 180 ranked. You see me? Those ranks aren't anything for if a player is not committed to come and say, I'm more play against those teams. So the mere fact that he came and played against Dominica, I don't think it's an issue of him not wanting to play against my bad. The mere fact that he came and played against Dominican Republic, I don't think it's a case where he doesn't want to play against Dominica, right? It, it's that's just absurd, bro. I'm not buying into that talk that you're trying to make.
Trevor, and big up yourself. Him say Antonio should not play a full 90 minutes for fitness reasons. 75 minutes max. All right, cool. And well, we know that Antonio is getting up in age and he's quite injury prone, and we've seen that throughout his time at West Ham, especially since last season. We could take this coming from Christopher Wright. Presser, you speculate too much, bro. Just wait till the coach. Well, kind of last the comment. What I'm saying, just wait till the coach addresses it. Why have all these negative comments? Well, I'm not making a negative comment surrounding Mikel Antonio. I'm questioning the commitment around Antonio. If the rumor is true that he left the Reggae Boyz camp and headed back to England, and for me, if it's not surrounding family or an injury, then I definitely think we have to look for a replacement for Mikel Antonio
Yeah,
moving
but I
forward.
guess
And
I think the point that
no, let
Christopher,
me finish that. Let me finish that.
good shot.
I think in general, come 2026 World Cup, I think we have to find a permanent replacement for Mikel Antonio because he will not be up to scratch if we qualify for the 2026 World Cup. But you can take the floor now.
Yeah, but I think the point that Christopher Wright is trying to make, though, Presser, is why not just wait until the information comes out from the courts and then we can address it instead of speculating. I think that's the point that Christopher is trying to make. And we're also seeing Elite Sports. Big up yourself, Ryan. You must say, yo, guys, the ball is in camp. Kevin Face, Kevin
Well, my
Face
question to Ryan,
is in
Ryan,
camp.
why you said the baller is in camp? We have not seen anything to state that, but as I said, you know, the rumor is coming out strong from Jamaica that Mikel Antonio left the camp. He will not, as we say, it has been rumored that he will not be available for tomorrow. So unless Ryan have different information surrounding Mikel Antonio, then he can feel free to share it to get me.
It look like Ryan know for sure, bro, because I third comment this now, Ryan has said, see, they want to say, Bala, Reggae Boyz, Bala in Reggae Boyz camp now. So I'm not sure, bro. Maybe if the fly go and fly come back, we don't know. But everybody is saying that he's there now. Again.
I mean, yeah, I could take this comment from Sports Prophecy, or maybe the coach is managing the players' playing time as he is getting up there in age. That could be a strong possibility as well, you know. And to me, you know, some of the Reggae Boys players, they're definitely getting up in age. And for me, as I said, 2026 World Cup, when that comes around, a lot of these players will have to kind of phase out, you know, especially if some of them remain injury prone. Andrew Blake is getting up in age. He's also picking up a few more injuries than what we would want. You know, recently we saw where he had to do a meniscus surgery, you see me? But Reggae Boys coming to say Elite Sports TV, is this true? I mean, unless Ryan have different information surrounding Michail Antonio, then I mean, you can feel free to share it, to get messy. But as me say, it is been rumored that he left the camp.
Yeah,
Personally,
but all right, let's
hold
rate
on.
the camp thing.
J-
May I make a get
First I say you're too suppressive. Man, your source has set you up for a failure. Leave this news to excited boss. Jero said, by the way, 50-50. No, you did that defend Bailey. So how you want to press Antonio about commitment? I'm not pressing the man about commitment. I'm just ask a question. You know, everybody can feel free to answer, or everybody have difference in opinions. You know, but me not say I'm not committed. I'm asking a question. Isn't it? All I'm saying is, well, I'm asking a question as well as making a statement. And my statement is, if it doesn't come down to family reasons as well as down to an injury, then we should move on from Michail Antonio. That's all me I say.
Yeah.
If the
All right,
rumors are
get
true.
that. But make we talk about that then. You see me, because we have only other topics to come for talk about. But make we talk about that, because you have a strong opinion on Michail Antonio. You love call him a fat chat bully. You love say that he's not the answer for Jamaica. You love say him don't score for Jamaica, and you want to see a striker, a play for Jamaica where a score, right?
He is a flat track bully. He is known to be a flat track bully across
Yeah,
England.
so
He's
that's
not a prolific
your
goal scorer.
yeah, that's your opinion, and that's what you think about him representing Jamaica. Now, I share a totally complete and utter opposite, you see me, opinion on that. So, maybe we talk about Michail Antonio in this Reggae Boys team. He is here for the World Cup. That is the reason why he came here to play, right? We both agree on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so he came before the last World Cup qualifiers to try and make that one. But obviously there was a whole lot of shit going on in that camp and in that qualifying campaign. And it just wasn't going to work out. So he's here now for this one to try and help us. Now, what are your thoughts? You think he's supposed to be here now, and do you think he will be there in 2026? Do you want him to be there in 2026? Do you want him to be here now? Answer
I
them
mean,
questions.
listen, at this moment, I think Antonio is a free agent, right? And I think West Ham, they're looking to re-sign him. I don't know for how long. But the thing is, you know, he's getting up in age. He's becoming injury prone, right? We've seen that last season as well as in previous seasons. And my thing is, I prefer a striker that actually score goals, you know. I'm not too fancy when it comes down to flat track bullies and strikers who just bully the way in the 18-yard box. I need a striker with a bit of a skill set on him, whatever the case is, you know, can move around defenders, can find himself into space, you know, has pace to beat defenders and fullbacks as well, and has good finishing ability. And that's not Michail Antonio. You know, I know that a lot of us criticize Shamar Nicholson, but at least Shamar Nicholson will score 1 and 2 goals whenever that time comes around. We saw it in the Nations League. We saw it against Canada. We saw it recently at the National Stadium, him scoring the only goal of that game. You know what I'm saying? So if we could find a replacement for Antonio come 2026, and this is a replacement that actually score goals, then I would take that over somebody who just link up play and who's a flat track bully. You get me? I say? And in truth and in fact, that is what Michail Antonio is known for across England. He is a flat track bully.
But you can't say that now, because the man score goals as well. He have double-figure seasons. We're thinking I passed 2 seasons. He been injured for most of this season, right? And towards the latter end of his career, we talk about him being West Ham's top goal scorer in the Premier League. And you made a point in the past saying that, yeah, he's West Ham's top goal scorer, but at the end of the day, he's a very low tally. Like I'll say, 70 goals or so, right? But I am putting it to you, he has been playing for West Ham for a long period of time, and he did not play as a striker entirely. While during his tenure at West Ham, he played as a right back, he played as an attacking midfielder, he played as a right winger. I think we've only seen Antonio play 4 seasons really as a striker, right? He's always been a utility man, and the moment he started playing in that striker position, that's the time that we really saw him score a lot of goals. Now, when he just came into the national setup, he was scoring, right? But with this new coach, Admiral Grimson, he have a different role for him in the team. So he's not being asked a lot to be in and around that box. He's been asked to be that flat track bully because he's good at it. And if you notice, Shamar Nicholson is the one who's scoring. And sometimes when you play with two strikers, you need one to sacrifice himself for the other. You always hear Andy Cole and Dwight talk about it in them interviews. So Michail Antonio is being that person who is doing all of that rough works to allow those two wingers to press and feed off him. And Shamar Nicholson is feeding off him as well, right? The goal we see for scored the other day, even though that was from a counter, that is precisely the type of goal that Einir Algrimson wants to score, right? With Michail Antonio dropping the midfielder, playing it off to a midfielder and midfielder standing the wingers. And then Shamar Nicholson is the one who is playing off them. And I saw Shamar Nicholson has scored. So if we're winning games, we have a good system where we work, and we have a striker where score and a striker where facilitate that other striker scoring. Why you have such a huge problem with Michail Antonio not scoring if we still get goals? That's my question to you.
No, the thing is, you asked me a question, right? And in a system of two, yes, you will always have one striker that kind of sacrifice themselves to allow the other striker to do the job that they're supposed to do. But whilst sacrificing yourself, I expect that you can also score goals as well. I expect that you can also hold your own as well if the next striker isn't firing as much as it is needed. You get me? I say, so all I'm saying, in my opinion, a man can link up play, whatever the case is, but me expect that him can still score goals. You get me? I say, how long has it been that Michail Antonio hasn't scored a goal for Jamaica? It's been over a year, right? It has been over a year.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, me not really want a striker where it go on for like 1 or 2 years where him not scoring a goal. No, me not want that, brother. Me not want a link up man or no flat track bully, isn't me? Me expect say if you be a flat track bully, you can still score goals. If you can drop deep and receive the ball and link up play, me expect that when you reach up in the 18-yard box, you can
but when
score
am I reach up there?
Well, Mr.
At
Harry
two
can reach up
strikers
there.
you play with,
I've seen Harry.
That's the reason why you barely see club teams play with 4-4-2 nowadays. I lie. So you don't really see that. You don't really see a striker really a sacrifice for your next striker go score. But that is the fact of how 4-4-2 works. Unless you have two different ways with 4-4-2. You have the ways where you get the ball one and you square ball, but nowadays them ball game they not play. So Algrimson use it in a different way. It's like he want Antonio to be that type of false nine.
But is it detrimental to the team because we saw we're in the 4-4-2? But in a recent interview, Jamaica Observer, I believe, posted it up where them asked the man about the 4-4-2 formation, and him said that the players have to get accustomed to the 4-4-2. He also said that Michail Antonio and Shamar Nicholson, they need time to learn in the system of playing with two strikers up top. But how much time is afforded to us for these players to learn that system?
But it's the most simple formation to learn. That is a fact. And he did also mention in that interview that it's the most simple formation to learn. You see me? So that's the reason why I don't like it. Because for me it's one-dimensional and it's pragmatic, right? Unless you're gonna play a diamond or you're gonna try to switch it up in some way. But that's the way how he wants to go, and he gets results playing that way. So if I have a two-man strike force and one of them keep on scoring and one of them keep on help the other one to score, I don't have a problem with both of them not scoring as long as we have wingers where feed off one, and I don't see the problem with it.
No, sir. As we
I have a comment there. We have a laugh, bro.
As we said,
Michail
Michail Antonio for West Ham. I get me. I say, I understand what he has done at West Ham. To me, he's a West Ham legend. I've stated that before. They get me. I say highest goal scorer for them in the Premier League in the history of it. But when it comes down to Jamaica, bro, I'm just not impressed. And against Dominican Republic, I was not impressed with Michail Antonio. And many fans as well at the National Stadium, they were not impressed with the display that Michail Antonio showed against Dominican Republic. You get me? I say, he didn't have a good game, And for me, I say, the fact that he's getting up in age, come 2026, if we do qualify for that World Cup, I think we should find a replacement for Michail Antonio. He'll be what, 35, 36? I know with a 2026 World Cup with a 36-year-old player where I lead the line, whether he's playing in a front two or a front three. No, I don't want somebody with 36 to lead the line. I think Jamaica, we can do better than that. We just have to step up our recruitment in terms of finding better players for some of these positions, whether it's a defender, whether it's a midfield player, or whether it's a striker. I'm not going to just rate a man and say, man, Michail Antonio, so he must just dead for 2026 World Cup. What I will say is that if he's playing to a certain level still, by that time comes, then he can find his way in the team. I'll be all for that. You get me? So I just don't want him to lead the line come 2026. You see me? And as I stated before, I prefer a goal scorer. You get me? So I prefer somebody who can score goals. I'm not too fond of link-up players or players that are flat-track bullies. And you watch the English Premier League a lot, bro, and you know that Michail Antonio is regarded as a flat track bully across England. You know that players that have the build like a Michail Antonio, that's what they're referred to as a flat track bully. Well, the thing is, you have some flat track bullies who actually can score goals. Michail Antonio for West Ham, yeah, him score goals. You get me? I say, but for Jamaica, a long time I no score a goal. You get me? I say, they just expect a better performance from Antonio. And as me say, people, the news surrounding Michail Antonio, it is rumored. It is rumored news. And I'm saying, if the news is true, right, that he left the camp, and if it is the case where it's not for a family emergency or an injury, then me kind of done with Antonio. So me see it. You get me? I say, yeah.
We have a call line, but before we get the call line, you guys keep on. First of all, we can't even throw nobody under the bus. It's a combined thing. This as in it's a collaboration. So anything we Gunners do, Pressa do. Anything we me do, him do. So we both have to approve it. Now, if you guys look at the title, it says Michail Antonio leaves Reggae Boyz camp. Right? Now, obviously, one of us here heard that rumor and we decided to come and ask a question. Right? So there's a question mark here. Pressa love talk about the question mark. So in come on, he want to talk about the question, is this true? And if it's true, he want to talk about it. So we have to talk about it, guys. You see me? So I want movement, bro. I want movement.
And people, my thought process and opinions, it is different than Dicanio's and the Gunners YouTube channel. You get me? I say, there's a
and that's the reason why we come on here.
I did not state that he left the camp. I did not state that it was factual. I'm asking a question because there's a rumor surrounding it. I'm sure that if you guys live in a community and you hear say this a man assault some, but now ask question, you get me? I say, not go state a facts, but I go say, you say, Tim, do this. You get me? I say, true. That's how you're gonna address the situation. That's how you're gonna go and have a conversation surrounding it. But we have the first call, so make we hear, and it's actually Ryan in the FC. So make we hear Ryan. So Ryan, big up yourself. I'm more Ryan have some information to dispel the questions I have surrounding Michail Antonio. Ryan same day in a camp, so unless Ryan have different information, then you can feel free to share. Ryan, big up yourself.
Good evening to your panel. Big up yourself, youngster. But you support the wrong club still. And poor Chichi, I support the wrong club, brother. But big up to everybody down in the comment section. Thanks for having me, guys. Appreciate it.
Why is Antonio is in the camp now?
Based on the coach, assistant, Marion Gardner said, everybody's set, everybody is in camp, everybody ready for the game.
Did he say that Michail Antonio specifically? I mean, everybody can be ready, but one player can be missing.
No, but he said everybody will be available for the game. But different from that still, my source tell me say everything good. The ball in a camp and things. So yeah.
Right, yeah.
And that's all.
Right.
That's all.
Yeah, man, the ball in a camp, man.
So tomorrow, me see Michail Antonio then.
The ball in a camp, ball.
I'm want to ask you right if tomorrow you must see him.
Can you promise me that Michail Antonio?
So if the ball in a camp, him once him injure anything, I'm gonna play.
And that's 100%.
Once the ball.
Is that 100%? I'm asking. Is it 100%?
Just listen to me and say no.
Listen.
I'm saying to you, sir. But just listen to me and say no. I'm saying to you that once the ball are fit and everything good, he will be playing.
Right.
He's in camp. Actually, he's in a motel.
I want to ask you, Ryan, what you really expect from the national team tomorrow? Since you have a year right now, what you because I listen and watch you post the fact they never like the performance and so against 158th ranked Dominican Republic. Now we're gonna play 188th ranked Dominica. What you really expect? What you really expect from a national team? What do you want to see tomorrow?
Well, I want to see the team put down the ball on the ground and pass around the ball and score some goal and get the 3 points. We just want we don't want to just get the 3 points and we not play good, like we not improve of how we want to possess the ball, how we want to make it the triangle and all of them stuff there. We want to see the right proper football play. You understand? We know it now go all the time or every single game, but at least give the fans something entertainment. And that's what I'm expecting from the team.
Yeah. And do you think we can do that with Damian Lowe in midfield? Or do you think we need to give the actual midfielders a chance to express themselves, like the Caroy Andersons, or maybe even the Reed.
For me, I would not play the man though when we're playing against weaker opponents. We don't need somebody who's going to be dominant to winning to tackle. You know, you need more ball position. When you're playing against bigger quality team, you're gonna need someone who to bulldoze or destroy the opponents to knock them off of them rhythm. But when you're playing against smaller opponents, we just need to just put the ball on the ground and have midfielder who can knock the ball around. The coach have to be more comfortable with the players them him select, and that coming from the midfield. So
Yeah,
play the
man.
players them in the midfield. So that's how we look on this thing.
All right, cool. Any other thoughts before we get on the next caller?
Yeah, man, just you guys just keep doing what you're doing, and remember, one the man him to protect the thing because we work hard for the thing on the in there, and everybody appreciate. We need more people to talk about it to give a different point of view. But at the same time, one the man him to just have responsibility because we lead in a massive now. A lot of people look up to we for get information. So we want to make sure that we're very careful how we put across the information. Not saying you guys doing anything bad, but we're building something great and want more people to take us serious. So I have to just continue doing the right thing.
Yeah, man. Big up. Bless.
Press, big up yourself, my brother. Enough respect, Reggie. See?
Facts, bud. All
All
right.
right, people. Me did ask Ryan if I'm 100% sure. Him say, well, him never say yes. Him say the ball in at the camp. So, me could see come tomorrow morning when we play against Dominica. Dominica, not Dominican Republic. But as me say, people, I was asking a question surrounding the rumor that he left the camp. So we just have to go wait and see. You get me? I say, but I always feel that rumors can be discussed. It's like when a player move going to next club or rumor to be going to a next club. They talk about it. You know, when Michail Antonio was buying Kai Havertz at the time, wasn't it a rumor first, Dicanio? And then
And I think this is something that I think the Jamaica crowd or the Jamaica fans, they're not really used to it in this type of setting. Because they hear about rumors and they watch shows abroad about rumors every single day. Arsenal Fan TV literally have a show named Arsenal Transfer Daily, where the man just talk about rumors straight. But I think there's one thing specific that I saw a commenter say was that you have to link the rumor to someone who say it. So next time, person, if you hear a rumor, you have to link the rumor to who say it. So the pressure now will come down upon you.
yeah,
It
but
will come
what if me
person
can't give
who
up?
say it.
What if me can't give
You
up
see
my
me?
source? What if me can't
Because
give up my source?
if you can't give out your source and keep the information private,
But
especially if it's a rumor.
does
If
Fabrizio
it's a
Romano?
rumor,
But does
we have to keep the information private. But we talk about that separately still. You see me? But just bring up a point with our next commenter. You see me, bro? But yeah, let's get in the next caller. And before we get in that next caller, guys, 215 of you guys are here across both channels. Remember to like, subscribe, comment, and share. And if you're feeling so kind, leave us a super chat and hit that fat red subscribe button. On the last live, we get whole heap of subscribers on the last live and we want to continue move forward. You see me? So yeah, let's get on the next caller.
I think we lose Premier 7, but Premier 7, big up yourself anyway, day in the world. Although Jamaica.
Oh, he's here, man.
Oh, I didn't know.
Premier 7. Over.
Yes, brethren. Bless up, bless up. It has been a while that I was absent from the live streams, but work and so forth. But I am grateful to be here. Thanks to 443 Pressers and Gunners podcast, of course. Big up on yourself.
Yeah, man.
So, yeah, man. So I saw the topic, of course. Michail Antonio leave Reggae Boyz camp, but I was listening to Ryan and we received some updates. I think it's a good thing though that he's still around regardless of the performance that we saw the last time. Because I think if we should choose between a Michail Antonio and Burke, I am sure that most of us would go for Michail Antonio. That's so. So
Yeah.
I mean, from Michail Antonio, I play for Jamaica as a top, or let's say a middle class type of striker for the Premier League. His performances have been average, and we can say the same thing for Allian Bailey, right? But we still need a Michail Antonio in the national team But as we would express, or others would have expressed, is that Michail Antonio and Shamar Nicholson is not the ideal way of playing two players up front, right? So I am impressed with the topic that was being shared though by 443
But
persons.
me
Because
ask
at the
Gunners
end of
that question, and him say the formation is good. So, I mean, you see it differently. It's fine if you see it different, but I just not think that system with Antonio and Nicholson up top is going to work.
Gunners never
right,
said the formation good. Gunners did say. Dicanio said him don't really like 4-4-2, but if that's the way that the coach wants to go, and he might get results doing it, who am I to say it? That's what I said. Never said I like it. I did say it was one-dimensional. I did say I don't really like to see it. I would love to see something else. But at the end of the day, me and the coach, that's the formation that he sees is going to get the best out of his playing style and the set of players that he has. And if he's getting results from it, who am I to question it? That's all I'm gonna say.
All right, continue, Premier.
all right, fair enough, fair enough. So, and at the end of the day, sometimes it is good to adjust or to tweak the formation to see how well the players can be playing in a system. But the thing is, we cannot wait for too late to have a system with the formation to play our players, because at the end of the day, if that continues, we are gonna fail. Big and serious, we are gonna fail. So, for me personally, I'm seeing that Demarai Gray sets to return. I am not sure if you guys reached that part of the segment as yet
We can transition now, man. So
in
you can go
transition.
ahead.
So I
Yeah,
would
man.
love for him to come back and play. I would love to see him play, but the question is,
Set to return for the Copa America.
oh, for the Copa America. Okay,
Mm.
that is even better because I am here thinking about what will happen to Cephas.
No, man, not this round of games, man. The
Okay,
squad can be here for this round of games and the Copa.
excellent, excellent. So, before I go, I just want to say that, I mean, we're going to play against Dominica, which is lower, which is down the rankings, way below a Dominican Republic. But at the end of the day, I am sure that all of us watched the World Cup before when we saw Argentina lost to Saudi Arabia. So that shows that on the day really counts. But we cannot afford for Jamaica to play like how they played against Dominican Republic. As what Ryan mentioned earlier on, we need something for us to be entertained by. We need some good football on the pitch. And the coach, he needs some more time, of course, because we cannot just find fault. I think we see where he's going, but we need to have a system for us to believe that this is what we're going to utilize, regardless of if the good players are out and less good players are in, the formation and the system will be the same. All right?
Mhm. But before you go though, don't you think you need continuity in anything that you're trying to build? Now, since Grimmy has been here, we're not seeing much continuity. Players who show up whenever they want to, players who aren't available due to injury. He always has a different set of players to be working with. It's not like many other national teams. And plus, we have to agree, we have a type of federation that they are flawed, right?
Who is
And
that?
they,
Who is that player that just shows up when them feel like we are drop word?
Bala, don't try. You see what the youth them attack to you, boy, in our comment section, boy, your negativity, bro. What they all are reasoning. And you want to call name and attack players. You can't just make a convo flow, youth. Yeah, so as we did, may I lose my train of thoughts. So yeah, we've had for different reasons. We even have a federation. I was saying that they aren't the best, right? They're improving. But at the end of the day, the coach doesn't, you need continuity to find chemistry. You need players to be training together in extended periods of times and in actual competitive games, which you don't get a lot in country football. So, we're not going to like this, but me I going to say it again. Even if Leon Bailey feel like saying will come back in the national team, had the perfect opportunity this for gel with a team. You see me, Leon Bailey, all of those players when don't show up, we're fit and perfect and ready to go. I understand. You need a break, mentally draining, all of that. But at the end of the day, these are just factors where you can make the coach's job hard. You see me? So me can't fault a coach if him just go out there to get results, because in order to play good football, you need systematic, you need continuity, bro. You need players for your gel. And oh, you will get players a gel if Demarai Gray there one time, him there the next time. Cephas there one time, a next player there one time, a next player there the next time. One player now accept a call up, one player want focus on this. You can't get chemistry like that, bro. So I don't fault a coach for keeping it simple and just allowing the team to go out there and grind out victories. Iceland never make it to a World Cup playing beautiful football. So if only did expect Coach Grimmy to come here and get Jamaica to a World Cup playing beautiful football, then you don't know the coach you don't know the head coach of the national team. You don't do any real research to see how this head coach play, right? Him been dep on the 4-4-2, him beat England with a 4-4-2, right? So that is his style, right? And without continuity, we're not going to see him divert from himself because country football, international football is cutthroat. If you play 10 games in a calendar year, that's enough. So you don't have a whole lot of chances to prove yourself. So you have to focus on results. You have to focus on results, right? And until he can find continuity in this team where players are showing up and the same set of players, his first choice, are showing up for every call-up, every international break, we now really see this team play brilliant and beautiful football, right? Because the chemistry and the cohesion is just not going to be there. It's impossible.
Excellent, excellent. Because I mean, as I mentioned in some of your streams before, you used to play football, you know, and I was a sports player as well. Without any foundation, you know, having some players coming through our ranks consistently, as I mentioned, continuity. We're not gonna know what to expect from the team. And we all watch the Premier League. Liverpool is a perfect example of continuity. The same players them keep on play.
And Arsenal too.
Go ahead.
Yeah, and Arsenal as well. Go through.
Yeah, man. So I was just emphasizing on the point that you made that continuity is indeed important because if we don't have a continuity where football is concerned for a national team, we're gonna lose. We can't come to that and say we're gonna win and then we lose. We can't come to that and say we're gonna win, we're gonna lose and we win. So some form of consistency has to be there.
Yeah, Pressure.
I agree. I mean, as I stated before, I believe some of these players, you know, may always have question marks surrounding some of them, you know. But for me, continuity is important. For me, as we said, the 4-4-2 formation is not the favored formation for me and my liking. But I've always seen international football as a results business. You get me? So I'm not going to put much pressure on Coach Jaime Algrimson to say, yo, him have to play good or him have to play attractive football or, you know, entertaining football. I mean, bro, I watch Manchester United. Me used to football where, like, there's nothing. You get me? I say so. I kind of lower my expectations when it come across to the Reggae Boyz, you know, in the sense of how we're going to play football, you know. In terms of results, I expect that we must get results and we should get results, you know. Against tough oppositions, it will definitely be hard, but the most you can ask from your team is that whenever them go out there and play against tougher oppositions, them just give the best showing of themselves. You get me? I say nobody go out there and give a lackluster performance, like give 100%, and then you know you can walk with for the game and say no, maybe if we take the chance, then we could have get a point or we could have get 3 points. But so far so good with Hallgrimson. But Premier 7, big up yourself still.
Yeah, man. One more thing before you come off Premier. We'll just take this comment. Dominica forget slap. Just what you expect for tomorrow's game against Dominica? Quick and fast before we get on the next.
As my bridging said a while ago, he doesn't have much expectations. I don't want to have much expectations, so but I believe though that Jamaica has what it takes to defeat a Dominica. Not because of the rankings, but based on the players that we have, the systems that we're trying to incorporate, and the recent results. So I am expecting a win, but I don't want to have too much expectation because I don't want to dash from my laptop tomorrow and mash up the matter. So we just are gonna keep it neutral with the mentality to say hopefully Jamaica win. All right?
Yeah, man. All right, cool. Big up yourself. Guys, go ahead and subscribe to Premier 7's YouTube channel as well.
But yeah, you know, as I said, Demarai Gray is there's a strong possibility that he's set to return for the upcoming Copa America. You know, there was a recent video with Demarai Gray training, and the last time out before that video, we saw a picture of Demarai Gray. His, I think, right or left hand was in a sling, and it was a broken collarbone, and he was in the weight room lifting some weights. So the mere fact that he's lifting some weights, and whatever the case is, and obviously to lift weights, your shoulders, whatever the case is, that has to be involved. So I mean, it's a good look so far. The squad will be announced at the 11th of June, them say, and the Copa America will be on the we kick off the Copa America on the 22nd. So I think Demarai Gray is really preparing to get back into the squad for the upcoming Copa America. And obviously, once Demarai Gray is fit and he's selected for the upcoming squad selection, then he automatically gets back on that left-hand side. And, watching the Dominican Republic and watching the team against that game and CFAS as well, I don't think we're really missing a Demarai Gray for that game. And I don't think we'll miss Demarai Gray for the game tomorrow as well. I think CFAS in the first game has held it down, and I expect that against a poor opposition like Dominica, we'll also get the job done without missing some of our key players. I know them way there. And when the squad was initially selected for the qualifiers, no people say, yo, 7 JPL player, the squad depleted, rare. But I've always thought that against Dominican Republic and against Dominica, this squad for the qualifiers is still strong enough to get the job done. You get me? I say against Dominican Republic, yes, the performance can be a bit better. We can improve. Whatever the case is, there's always room for improvement. But so far, so good. 1-0 victory. I don't like the 1-0 thing, because especially the Reggae Boyz operate. Yeah, but
Always a concede late.
yeah, but once Demarai Gray get back into the squad, I expect the squad will definitely get better. Lemby Keys and all of these other guys, Pinnock and them people there. Damian Nemar, big up yourself. Always account for injuries 433. Definitely, but I think we have somebody else in the background. Come on, kitchen can bring him up.
Yeah, man. Big up yourself, come on, kitchen.
Let's up gunners, boss. First off, pick up yourself as well. Yeah. But I won't say too long in terms of talking about Antonio, but he has been asked to do a different role in the Jamaican setup. And for example, we spoke about West Ham, we have done extremely well for West Ham. He said it is because of what he has behind him, and in reference to the middle of the park. When you have the likes of a James Ward-Prowse or a Paqueta, who can solidify that, or the username socket, he can actually solidify the middle. Yeah, can actually solidify the middle. Or who does? He doesn't need to go back that deep, so you will be able to stay up that in that striker role or centre forward role and score. And even when they play Gerard Bowen with them, they still play him at the centre forward. They play Bowen wide. Sometimes you have him run off the ball or Bowen. So the role that he's playing now is mainly because our midfield is not that good enough. So the 4-2-2 can work if we improve on the midfield. I don't know how soon that will happen. I'm disappointed with Alvin when he made the comment that Jamaica don't really gifted with midfielders, and they have wingers, and you've been here for 2 years now and you have not developed anybody to play that role. I'm not going to talk too much and not grateful, but I'm disappointed in that area. You saw something need to be fixed, you fix it. You talk about you're going to damn rep, you're expecting them to play a particular game. What did you do about it? If you're expecting something, you have done nothing about it. It means that I want to say you don't know what you're doing, but it leaves questions in our mind. So you knew they were going to possess the ball, they were take control of possession, but yet still we didn't do anything about it. All right.
Comment though on that midfield point that you made, because you're saying he mentioned that, but in 2 years here he hasn't really done anything. But I disagree, because we're seeing where he's slowly integrating Caray Anderson, who has just turned 20 the other day, right? And for me, he is the future of that Jamaica midfield, because if you meant it, Jamaica midfield kind of older now, right? And every single call up that Hal Grimson has made over the past year or so, Caray Anderson has been included, and he's slowly just integrating him. And he's young, so you can't really force a young player like that, especially he's not playing at a very, very high level in England. So I don't think that would match up the levels to international football. So you still have to slowly guide him in, right? And he's also introduced Adrian Reed Jr. as well to the setup. He might not get a lot of games, but introducing these type of players is showing some sort of innovation, right? And he's showing that he really does want to try and sort out that situation. There are also rumors linking Dujan Sterling as well, who plays for Rangers, to Jamaica. So they are trying to really resolve that midfield issue. Don't you think so?
But Gunners,
Mm.
so if he has so much confidence in Karai Anderson, why didn't he start him in the game? Because Karai is a good box-to-box player. Why didn't he
Mm.
start him in the game? So he has
I
doubts
agree.
here.
I
And
agree
secondly,
because I thought Karai should have started that game. But then I'm looking at it and I'm like, he obviously overestimated Dominican Republic. That's one thing I would say about him. He really overestimated what they could do and the threat that they pose to me, in my opinion. So maybe he just wanted to just secure the first victory of the World Cup qualifying campaign, and he didn't want things to go so. So he decided to go with something that is proven to just solidify that first victory, knowing that other matches will be easier games. So
but
that's the
the
only.
point a
Mm,
point on that, if we go far back as the previous coaches,
mm,
they have always found a midfielder. You remember Joby McAnally. You
mm,
remember Jermaine Yu.
mm.
You remember at some stage we had a Schaefer, Joby was there. Then Ravel Mars is out of touch now, and you're telling me that you know of our problems. You've been here 2 years as a fair first assessment, and you pick up Karoy, and you see such talent in Karoy, but yet still you made the same mistake by putting Nana Low right there, or
Okay.
DJ right there. So anyway,
Mm,
that's my 2 cents on that part of it. I don't know if you guys saw the news where Guatemala had won 3-0 today.
mhm.
So the pressure is now on. That's 9 goals cushion. Well, 8 goals cushion above us. We only score 1 goal in one match. They score 9 now in 2 games. It
Is the
was a
pressure
game
on?
out. It is on Jamaica.
Because if Jamaica beats Guatemala, will cruise past every other game. So the only thing is just win your matches and goal difference won't be a factor.
Yeah. You say what? You say if Jamaica win. No, I'm a very positive person, very optimistic. But Guatemala has won their 2 games already, my brother.
Mm,
So I'm not saying that I doubt tomorrow's game. I don't doubt tomorrow's game. One thing I want to say to you is that one of the things we need to remember, if we break down the statistics over the last, listen to Guatemala playing against Nicaragua, they drew.
mm,
They played against some tough opponent like um Iceland just beat them 1-0. When we played them the last time in July last year, we only beat them 1-0 in the CONCACAF World Cup. So this team, we only say if we can beat them. But remember, the pressure will be on us because they have this huge goal difference. So it means that we have to go and attack Guatemala to beat them. If you get where I'm going at.
I
I
don't
don't
buy
think
it. That's your opinion. I respect it, but I don't buy it.
that's
We
my
should
guess,
be
right?
we should be beating these teams. And
You
if
know what?
we don't get
I,
maximum 3 points in every single game we play in this preliminary round, we're not gonna see dark early. And them time we're not gonna see Dicanio get dark on this channel. Because Jamaica supposed to be getting 3 points in this preliminary round from every single team. So I am not even thinking about the possibility of it coming down to goal difference. That is how confident I am. And if them don't deliver, then a darkness. Me I tell you from now, 202 of you guys are here on the stream.
Dicanio, remember, it's the
Mm.
same Guatemala. It's the same Guatemala drew against Canada.
Mm-hmm.
And bear if we do a total analysis of Jamaica versus Canada, even though we beat them 3-1,
Mm.
Andre the back line was open, it was porous. We
Mm-hmm.
were quite lucky in that game. But anyway, so my point is I really want us to go through, but I have concerns. Based on what I've seen over the last match, I have serious concerns. And in all honesty, um, I need to see what we'll do tomorrow. And
Mm.
after tomorrow, then I'm going to be calling my shots. So, any other question you have for me before I go? Because I know other people might want to join the chat and all of that.
Really? You don't tell me what I expect. Press or anything?
Um, I mean, as we said, the performance from the Reggae Boys, I expect it to improve. It should improve tomorrow against Dominica because they're a weaker team compared to Dominican Republic. You get me? I say, so we need to see in terms of, you see, these are not only my words, these are the words of Hal Grimston as well. Even Curry and this is said the team can improve in terms of how we move the ball a bit faster, etc. You get me? I say, so the players and the coach, they've identified that problem that we need to play with a bit more intensity. And the only way you can improve performance against any opposition is by playing with intensity and with intent as well. You get me? I say, I think
Mm.
Corey Anderson stated that some of the times when we move the ball in certain areas, it's like we were not convinced with what we wanted to do. So we have to be a bit more convincing in terms of where we want to play the ball in certain areas of the pitch, you know. But we definitely have to step up the intensity and move the ball a bit quicker. But you can only move the ball quicker unless you know what you're going to do. Because it don't make sense to move the ball quicker and then by the time you get it, you don't know what you're going to do. What's the next pass? What's the next option to the player that just received the ball? You get me? I say. So that's all I have to say surrounding what Cameron's kitchen deficit.
But you know,
All right.
first a quick one before my cut.
Yeah.
I know we're going to win, Gunners, but I'm saying we need to win convincingly.
I agree.
We need to see some goals. We need to take possession and control of the game. I need to see an improvement in the midfield. So I would make this bold prediction. If Al Grim should start back DJ tomorrow and Nana Low as those two double pivot in the midfield, I'm going to tell him on your program that he doesn't know what he's doing. If he start the two of them tomorrow in midfield, he doesn't know what he's doing. I think what he needs to do is to give the young players a play. Start Karan, right? And I'm saying put DJ and Low on the bench. Play Sifa same way. I would say keep young number 7. What's his name again?
Dixon.
Dixon. Give Dixon a start. I
Where would
don't
you
think
put Dixon over?
I'll play him right. I'll play him on the right side.
There's
Right?
a whole lot of defensive responsibility still, you know. The
No, but
right field or
the right. I'm going to play him on right. Right for top right. That's striking role.
oh,
Just
okay.
where Leon Bailey usually play.
And one Leon Bailey normally play out on the right mid as a midfielder. We have to track back. So do you want him to play wide midfield or do you want him to play in substitute for a striker?
No man, remember when Leon play right, um, Gray play on the left, and either Boza or Antonio play in the when you play
Depending
the
on the formation that we are used to.
4-3-3
No, so,
formation. Yeah, yeah, that's
yeah.
right. So I wouldn't go with a 4-4-2 tomorrow, and
Mm.
that is because of the midfielders. They're no good. I would go
Mm.
with that, and we can talk more on that another time about the tactical movement there. But I would play. You see, the youth will get beaten. We have beat Trevon. I heard Pressa made 2 valid points earlier because I did a breakdown and a video analysis of this. And Pressa is right. There were 2 occasions in the first half where he was breaking down the right flank, begging for the ball. DJ got the ball,
Oh, that
twist
was
and
Trayvon
turn.
Gray, don't.
Great.
Trevon Gray.
But hold,
DJ,
stick your point. Remember, you know, the people them on YouTube, some don't know football now. So maybe
no,
we
no,
can
no,
say.
Pressa. Pressa, now listen to them. I look here, Pressa. I watched the game. I have up to now I have the analysis saving
And let
on
me
my
just
phone.
state this. I'm not saying that Gray had a good game, you know. I'm just saying there were a couple moments that he tried to break down that right hand side because Bobby Reed came in a bit too much on the inside, right? So you never have an outlet. And Gray tried to push up quickly enough to provide an outlet off the right hand side. And the man them still forced the ball on the left hand side, go down to Cephas. And if they had pushed
Mm.
it wide to Gray at the time, it would have been a better option for us to advance on Dominican Republic.
You're perfectly right. I watch it, and there was a second time. I'm going to tell you a second time. The next guy there, the Sean Bernard got the ball, and the guy was asking for a trade. Gray was asking for it again. He made the same run, and you know what the Sean Bernard did? He went in the middle, and 2 players clawed him out, fouled him, and we got a free kick. The next thing too, I'm not going to nash Gray, not Gray, because you know what happened? Gray was making himself available a lot to receive the ball early, But you know what happened? We were focused on playing on the left. So most of the time they play him out of the game. Yes, those plays we see he had to play back is because the tempo was too slow on the ball. So by the time he gets the ball and try to make that transition, that space is covered. So he had to now bring it back to the centre back. But he didn't play bad. I'm telling you, couple times well we could have broken those teams. I'm going to send the picture to you. No, Gunners, that's what I'm talking. But I'm going to join the live. Continue to join the live and listening. You're best up, Bertrand.
Yeah,
Yeah.
man, big up, big up.
And then again, as we said, Bobby Reed never helped Trayvon Gray in that game because as a fullback and if you're a right winger as well, unless you're like if you're not like a Saka or some of these players where you stay further up the pitch, you need to link up with your fullback. And then that's not even a good example because Saka does help out Ben White at quite some time, and Saka and Ben White have a good connection in terms of how them link up play and the runs that Ben White provides Saka and the options that he gives to Saka as well. I get me, I say, but I think there has to be a better relationship between Bobby Reed and Trayvon Gray. Any fullback at that. You get me? I say it doesn't
No,
specifically
but I think
come down
Dexter,
to Gray.
just to interrupt you there, I think Dexter and Bobby Reed had formed a good relationship. So maybe when we see Dexter fall back, you're going to see him and Bobby Reed deal with the right side a little better.
But Bobby Reed, we need to maintain width off that right hand side because I tell you, a moment in the game, Bobby Reed came in on the inside, right, and kind of just get in an Antonio position, and couple moments Antonio have to drift out wide, which that's not his responsibility. You know what I'm saying? And that's why you see we did maintain more width down the left hand side with Cephas. Him could have stretched defenders, him get behind him defenders quite easily due to him speed as well. But off the right hand side, we literally never did nothing, brother. You get me? I say.
I think that was just personnel still. Because when Dexter play, you normally see Dexter be the outlet for us on the right hand side. And him, even with Bobby Reed drifting on the inside, Dexter has the energy and the legs for really make it up and down the pitch. So I think them have more faith in Dexter for giving the ball when he make those movements. But I think them just not have enough faith in a Gray because they really feel him can come back. Them like a thing. You see me?
Look
So
here.
I think it's just trust in your teammates. They maybe don't have their trust in a Gray right now.
Look here, both of you. Gunners. Just restate or re-emphasize those two words again for the viewers and subscribers. Faith and trust. They never have it in the youth. They never
Yeah,
have
man.
it in the youth. So they focus on the left hand side where they believe in those players. They never give the youth a chance. I'm going to send over the pictures to you right now. I'm going to see exactly what I'm talking about. So Virgin and Virgin, bless up on yourself, man. One love, yeah?
Yeah, man. Big up, big up. All right. Presser.
Yeah. Somebody just
Before we move on, guys, we have one more thing to tackle, and that is the preview for the game, which we do most of our.
Just drop the link in the comment section. I think double more for that. But as we say, the team can improve and sometimes even but then I want group and they give me analysis surrounding the game and somebody will ask me why me have to be so negative. And I ask them the question, how is it negative to give an assessment of a performance? So if Hargrimson go back to the drawing board and assess the performance, is Hargrimson being negative? Brother, you have to analyze something in order to improve, brother. You get me? I say it's not being negative. Negative is when like a team play exceptionally well and you find more problem than answers or whatever the cases are, what is being presented in the sense that the team actually play good. Talk about that rather than talking about the one bad thing and stretching that over 90 minutes. You get me? I say so it's not a bad thing to analyze performance and when we do it as YouTubers or other respective people, it's a problem. But when the players come out in press conferences or whatever the cases and say, the team can improve, we can play the ball faster, we can be more convincing. I don't hear nobody say them negative. No, the said players that play the game and identify the problem and know where they need to improve. And this is why players train before games and after games because you need to improve. You get me? I say? So football is it's always about improving. Life is all about improving. There's always room for improvement in anything that you do. You see me? But Trayvon Gray, as me say, I say him did have the best game, but it's just few occasions when we see him try provide himself as an outlet, and when like you look for a player and you still not pass the ball, it's like them just still force the ball to Cephas. And to be honest, when him did play the ball to Cephas, it's not saying nothing did wrong, You get me? Because the play, what we did want to do in that moment, it still happened, It's just that we still have to utilize the right hand side. But as I say, maybe them not trust the player that much. You see me? I say, and then you can have the conversation that it come down to personal in the sense that we don't have the best available fullback in that regard. So we're not gonna always play down the right hand side. You see me? Young Things Entertainment say Gray no good. I mean, I don't want to say no good. But
we have a caller. We'll take this caller. Tennessee Lewis. Thanks for coming on.
Don't do it.
Good.
Yeah. We want to talk about it.
No, yeah, because me and man calling and I say Guatemala score goal and this and that. But what people don't really understand, say
One
Guatemala,
second, Tennessee. Yes, Casey Palmer and Bikisa will be available for tomorrow's game. Yeah, go ahead, bro.
Mm.
yeah, what people don't understand, say Guatemala play two weakish team and they play one at home. So I think they are is a stronger team than Dominica and British Virgin Islands by
For
some
sure.
distance. So
But a very far distance.
this pessimism board, like, me understand the team never play well and thing, but we get a victory still. And to me, some people talk it's like we lose the match. And I think the most important thing in this World Cup qualifying thing, I forget the victory. Because I see Panama play against Guyana the same night. And if you turn on the
Mm.
TV in the first half, you could know which one is Panama and which one is Guyana. You understand? So a World Cup qualifying, I think the most important thing of a win your match then. And
Mm.
like how people fear Guatemala, or I say Guatemala played this kind of. Me not say Guatemala come to Jamaica and beat Jamaica.
I'm not see that here.
Listen, so despite the two
What a lot of people are saying is they don't need to beat us if they're scoring a lot of goals. They just need to draw the game, get a draw. So that's what making a lot of people fearful. I'm not fearful because me expect Jamaica to go there to beat Guatemala and get the 3 points from every single team in this preliminary round. However, that's the fear of some people. They're like, we need to score goals because if it come down to Guatemala, just need a point for top the group, the ball is wrong, right? So I guess that's what they're saying.
I think
Oh,
Tennessee drop. Yeah, I think
losing.
Tennessee drop off. But somebody
Okay.
said Dominica 180th in their ranking.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
180.
180.
You see me? But you know, Cameron's Kitchen was on recently, not too long ago, and he said we need a convincing win. And that's the thing with Jamaica. We hardly beat teams in a convincing fashion. You get me, so brother? There's
Mm.
always if, buts, and maybes. There's always question marks surrounding the performances. So we need to go out there against Dominica. I think Dominica is one of the not gonna say one of the only teams, because we are US Virgin Islands to play. Them team they would definitely need to be convincingly. You get me? I say we need more than one goal in those games. To be honest, Hal Grimson not sound like him really care about enough goals, because in the press conference before the Dominican Republic game, people that say, yo, so how much you think we must score against them? And they must say, yo, right now it's just a result we need, and we'll move on from that. You get me? I say, so to me, it's not a coach who emphasize goals. And you have a lot of coaches already, that the Jose Mourinho and some of these guys, that they're very tight in how they play. And they're not really business about enough goal. You get me? I say, them just want to know, say, them play the way they want to play, the principles of how they want to play, and then get the 3 points and then move on. And for me, I don't have a problem with coaches like that. That's why, if you look, before we get back to Tennessee, Lewis, like, if you look at a manager like David Moyes, people might say, oh, David Moyes not successful right here, but is it David Moyes, bro? Them manager is like, they play within the confines of what is available. They're all about results. You get me? I say, yeah, sometimes West Ham gets stuck up 5-0, whatever the case is. But once them play the way that the manager wants to play, then David Moyes is happy. Once them get the 3 points, it have to be 5-0, it have to be 6-0. Once you get the 3 points, you move on. You get me, I say, brother? So I just some of your football. So managers like the Daesh, them and the Moyes and the Jose Mourinho, more defensive coaches. And Hargreaves to an extent is defensive. So them type of people that may give the day and talk to them about football. You see me? Not that I'm not like attacking football, but yeah, Tennessee, you jump back and where you now?
Me at professor?
Yeah, man, you,
Um,
Tennessee.
Yeah.
some,
No, all me I said
hold
this
on, hold on.
pessimism.
Hold on. Him say, man from Poland, we do not need a convincing win. We just want a win. Nobody's saying that we don't need a win. But within any competitive sport, it is also good to beat your opponents in a convincing fashion. You get what I'm saying? Because it's like me watch United. When United play some teams more while, how long you think you can get away with beating teams when you're not winning in a convincing fashion? And it catch up to you sometimes. You get me? I say, because if you have beat teams with the stroke of luck, whatever the case is, or just by a late lucky goal and thing, eventually you're going to go in a run of games where you're not winning games, because whatever you set out to do, if you're not doing it and following the instructions of the manager, and if you're not doing it in a convincing manner, it will catch up to you as a team. So you have to beat teams convincingly sometimes. You get me? I say, but you know, Tennessee lives.
Yeah, man. No, I mean I understand what you say about the convincing win and thing, but me just feel like if Guatemala come to Jamaica and Jamaica need a win and we can't beat Guatemala, we don't deserve to be in the World Cup qualifying, brother. Me just think so we're a better team than Guatemala. And remember, Guatemala have come at Jamaica. Guatemala play 2 weakest team. They score 6 goals against Dominica. You understand? Me think so we have to score some goal against Dominica as well too. You understand? Because Dominica is a weak team. And if we don't score some goal against Dominica, then something really, really wrong. But
Dominica then a same kids them level and we give same kids them round 5. No so
yeah man. Yeah
in
man.
a goal.
Yeah man. And me just not see the whole heap of nervousness and pessimism and Guatemala scores 9 goals and them thing there. Brother, we supposed to can beat all of them team in a group.
And by the
Yeah.
time we're supposed to play Guatemala and some of these,
You're gonna have to start players.
yeah, we're gonna have back like the barring injuries, we're gonna have a stronger team than what we have now. You get me? I say, 'cause
We a
one thing
stronger
we ever
team.
be, one thing we ever beat we whenever we go play games is like one man always have to get injured and sometimes the most important player. You get me? I say,
That's
so
true. That's
barring
true. That's
injuries
true.
against the Virgin Islands and a lot of these other countries, we will definitely have a stronger team compared to now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You understand? So me just feel like people like to how them a beat the coach is like it's like we lose the game and them a say playing style and then thing that. But me I watch football for a while now. And every time me see Jamaica play Guatemala, El Salvador, them always play move the ball better than us. But we always beat them. Yeah, you understand? So me not think Jamaica go play. To how some people attack, me not see Jamaica play we or them want Jamaica play. Maybe we go possess the ball a little bit better, but from me I watch Jamaica for football and me I tell them I watch it from 1990.
Mhm.
I mean never see Jamaica play like no a big passing brand of football. Maybe we look
That
at
is
smaller
not the
team.
culture. That is not
Yeah.
the culture.
And then again, Tennessee with Jamaica kind of tricky in the sense that we don't have a football DNA in general. So, and I like
Okay.
say you used to have a football DNA where you move from that, and the people that are asked back for that. It's just that we just have to figure out some as we go along. You get me? I say
Yeah.
as we go along, and whatever it is that can make us win games and bring us to competitions and can play in a respectable manner where we can leave with our head high. Then adjust that the way I forgot until we get things in place. You get me? I
Till we
say,
get things in
and,
place.
and as we said, Tennessee, me just want to see the team. I mean, I'm not really busy about the fancy football, but just in terms of the intensity and our passing and stuff, it can be a bit better. That's all me I say, isn't me? Me not say, yo, man, I forgot create 50 chance or whatever the case is. But as me say, there's always room for improvement in anything you do in life. And even how
That's
you
true.
say,
That's true.
and the players do that. The same career and Anderson said the intensity can be a bit more. But when we say it, people constantly say we're negative. But when Career Anderson said, me not see nobody else say the ball have been negative. And the ball have been game, you know.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. That's true. And I think in a football you have to play to your strengths. And Jamaica we have wingers and think fast wingers. So most likely that we are gonna use. See?
Yeah.
Because right now if you look now with midfield, we don't have nobody now midfield we can hold on the ball and pass it like a midfield in general. We don't have none of them play there. So we have to play to our strengths, and our strengths are more like a kind of counter-attacking kind of a football. So
Transition.
yeah. So me see people that beat the coach and I say, boy, coach this and the coach don't know where I do all them kind of thing there. But as far as when me know, how much match the coach lose from him I play from him come to Jamaica? Then me not say me need it to see me need all right. In the end, me need to see him play little better still. But me not think the type of football with some people. I think some people watch a lot of club football and then come in with the same mindset as so they want Jamaica play. See? Because I think a lot of people watch Jamaica over time and see how them play. The best me see Jamaica play I when win for Schaefer they have a team. You understand? So but me just think a team I go reach can right now I'm in scared about Guatemala and them team there, brother. No matter how much goal Guatemala win by, me just feel so when Guatemala come to Jamaica, we are gonna beat them.
Yeah, man, for sure.
But Tennessee, big up, man. I get double on that there.
Yeah man.
Big up, big up.
And people, once again, smash up the like button, hit the subscribe button. Also, feel free to share thoughts in the comment section. And people, let me tell you this. I know it's not fun and like me without me the things, but that's the nature of the beast and the space that we operate in. We just want to address this comment. Nothing negative. Oh, him say, so how person want we to look like Brazil overnight? When did I ever state that we should look like Brazil overnight? When did I say that? I didn't say anything surrounding Jamaica looking like Brazil overnight or even looking nothing in comparison to Brazil or any other team that plays football like Brazil. We never said that. People, once again, if you want to support the channels, feel free to drop a super chat as it does help. Maybe better equipment, whatever the case is. And we have double online. So double, big up yourself, all one.
Well, me there, man. But when I say why you can't have two people on the stream at the same time? Cause like me and Tennessee are bridging, me, you know, it only be about.
Oh, we could.
Like,
We never know.
Double,
We never know say and Tennessee are
no,
ready.
double, your situation.
Tennessee join back.
Double, your situation we used to the farm to bring in one person and it's
Yeah.
like it just sticking on my brain. You get me? I say.
Yeah.
So I know.
But we get on two at once, man. If Tennessee, if you're still there, you can come back.
Double ban Tennessee ever the and live over sports practices. I don't like something no. I just throw me used to this a farm. But double,
okay. But when me I say, me not worry about this thing where Guatemala win by 8 goals already. But cause remember they played the two weakest team, and I feel like them. And I watched the game today, and they wasn't that they weren't that impressive to me. Yeah, so I have no doubt in my mind that we can beat them at Jamaica, and we are going to win today. And the game between them and Demarai Republic, right? Is that gonna be in Guatemala or in Demarai?
I forgot check.
Go check that one then.
Yeah, and I feel Demarai will give them problem just like they gave us.
But the thing is not double. I don't say Dominican Republic as a bad team, you know. It's not a bad team.
Yeah, they're not a bad team. They're a better team than their ranking suggests. Yeah,
Watch this.
I'm not worried about it though. Because even though they are position,
They're playing at Guatemala's home ground.
Wow. Okay.
Against
So
Dominican Republic.
this thing is definitely set up for Jamaica and Guatemala to make it to the next round.
Yeah, for sure. Because we have Guatemala at home.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'm not worried about it, man. And if we are worried about the round that we're in now, we shouldn't be thinking about
Exactly. I'm not worried. That's why I say I think the coach really overestimate the team. But maybe him just see that try to be safe to get that first win in the bag. Because you don't want things to go south with your first game. Because you think if things go south with your first game, then the fans and everything, it just not gonna be down. You see me? So I think the reason why I really start low was to just get that first victory in the bag and take the little, even though there shouldn't really be a lot of pressure, but at the end of the day, you never know, right? But going forward, I do not need to see DJ and Low in the midfield against Dominica. When we have midfielders, in the squad.
So you like Casey Palmer and Anderson?
Anybody can play against Dominica for me. Anybody that a midfielder. So I want to see.
No, the man
see Casey Palmer.
The man asks a question. Someone you answer the man.
So that me have to answer no, bro. What is wrong with you? Allow me to answer the man's question, presser. No, that me I do. What is wrong with this youth?
I just feel like it. As
me I said double. Yes, as me I said double. We want to see Casey Palmer is a starter in this team. We've seen that once he's fit and available, he starts in Jaime Algrimson's team. So Casey Palmer is going to start. Now it's just who is going to be his partner. So if I see Casey Palmer and DJ play, we would have a problem with that. And I think we will see Casey Palmer and DJ play. I think that is what we'll see. But when we want, because you have the right foot, left foot balance there. In a 4-4-2, that very good to have the right foot, left foot balance there. Isn't it? But I would love to see Casey and Karoy. But I don't think I'll see that. But you must see Casey and Rasta.
You see how quick football changed though. Like after that game against Canada, everybody was calling for Low in the middle. And now a half again later, it's like
some never really be a call for that, but just see it as one of them exactly what they said it was. It was a desperate
one
move.
half.
Yeah, it was a one-off. It was a desperate move, and it's something that was supposed to be done. We've seen him play in the midfield before, but when I like it. But at the end of the day, in that Canada game, I think a whole lot of Reggae Boyz fans was calling for that change. And when we saw it, we were like, yes. As much as we don't like Steven at the midfield, for that specific scenario, we needed an aggressor. We were losing that midfield. And if we continue like that, and we never make a change, we would have not gotten the result that we did. So I have to big up the coach and I have to big up Low for that performance. But that means that's what we want to see going forward. Especially when we are playing against 188 ranked and 158 ranked teams. Canada
That's
was the
true.
best team in CONCACAF,
That's
right?
true.
Went into
That's
that
true.
World Cup. So
A
that is
team that a team
understandable.
to be honest with you, a team that rank well, them on paper still a team that rank like a 90 place below you, not supposed to give you enough form of problem at home. Not
Exactly.
even close. But
Mhm.
remember the
Yeah,
game don't play on paper, my brothers.
true. And as well, what do you think about him starting low over Lambert as well? Because if you want that aggressor, physical, defensive midfielder in the team, why start low instead of Lambert? And Lambert is a natural midfielder.
Yeah, but remember we are going for the farmer loaded in. And remember, Lord played good in the USA game. He played good in the Canada game, and he played good in the Panama game. So the court that follow a upward trend, but it stopped right now.
All me
Yeah.
see it
Back to
is
reality.
how me see it is that Algrimson is seeing these players in training. All the time we say, yo, why am I not play alone in midfield? I mean, the man I say alone in training. The man I say Lambert
Right.
in training. So the man must have a reason as to why he might play alone in midfield. And to be honest, since Damian was playing in the midfield, man, I say him have 10 out of 10 performances, but it's not like say him have bad performances. So we say, yo, we need to dash him out of the
Exactly.
midfield. So
Yeah, but that's a lot of people are complaining about the style of play, and low playing in the midfield has a lot to do, especially
but
starting in
let
the
me ask you
midfield,
this
has a
question.
lot to
Let me
do
ask you this
with
question.
us
Regardless of
recycling
who
the ball and keeping
But
the
let me ask you
ball
this
well.
question. Regardless of who you're playing at the midfield, when it was Lati Bodier and these people, nothing ever changed. We said one cause Lati Bodier, same play it safe, etc., etc. And can't spring a pass together. So it no matter
But
who
guess
playing at
what?
the
The same
midfield.
scenario that with Latibodir and Low. The two
So
of
what
them are
will
center back playing in midfield.
so
So
what will
I'm not
Lambert change? What do you
advocating
think
for
Lambert change?
Latibodir to come into the midfield again. I'm
What
Yeah,
do you
but
advocating for actual
guys, I'm
midfielders
pulling up
to
to my
play.
destination. I'm gonna jump off, okay?
Yeah man.
Yeah, man. Big
But
up
but
yourself, though.
but Dicanio, may I say,
Mm.
if you play Lambert or them people in the midfield, what do you think is going to change drastically?
Bro, yeah, we
Because
have more
with the way
balance.
how the team play now, it doesn't just come down to the midfield itself. Because if you put Morgan Gibbs White and some of these players in there, obviously the team improved. I think the coach have to go restructure certain things to
Yeah,
accommodate these
man.
type
Four
of
two
players.
three one straight if we get all of Morgan Gibbs White. Straight. The team have to build around him as a 10. You see me? But that's
A
a
player like that
conversation for
improves the
another
team,
day.
but I'm just saying with Lambert and some of these guys, as me say, I argue to see the man them not training. So whatever him go with, we just work with that. You get me? I say, I don't really
Mm.
have a problem with how Hardrimson like structure the team. All I'm saying is that the midfield can be a bit better. You know, it's not about who is in the midfield, it's how you use the midfield. You get me? I say, some of the time. Some you see. You see me? I say, unless you have a Gibbs right there, them people that will exponentially improve the midfield, that is different. But with Damon and Lambert and them people, but what I will agree with is that I want to see Casey Palmer and Curry Anderson together just to see how them work out. You get me? I say, I just want to see them two together just to see how they work out. And I think tomorrow's game could be a good game. But I think Marlon Nelson or somebody said that in qualifying rounds, especially for World Cup, you don't really want to experiment too much in the brother. You get me? I say, you just want to go
Yeah.
there and get the 3 points. So I don't think we're in a time to experiment really. I think you did also say that if you have to experiment, you go experiment in a Copa America. You get me? I say, I mean, obviously I go still play a strongest team and you still want to win the games them to see if you can try and make it out of the group. But to me, the qualifiers for World Cup, that more important than Copa America. I will always stand by that point. You get me? I say, the World Cup, me
Mm.
want to go. That's what me want to reach, 2026. You see me? No, a lot of us live in America. So could you imagine the World Cup coming to America? Well, it is coming to America. It will be held in America. But imagine if we have the opportunity to go and watch the Reggae Boyz. Enough people at Jamaica don't have them visa already. We can travel. I mean, most of them will definitely travel for that. Isn't it? I say? So, I mean, I just want to see the team improve a little bit. But I think Cerebra Firebrain did say I criticize Algrims enough. I don't think we really criticize Algrims enough. Midfield just needs some creativity. That's the engine of any team. Definitely. And as me say, Reggae Boys always remind me of, like United before Bruno did arrive. You get me? I say, like you always have players where you can't really pass the ball like a McTominay and some of them on their Fred. You see me? High work rate players, you see me, but nothing to offer going forward. And with this Reggae Boys team, it's almost like the same. Like the players, them have high intensity, them can run up and down, blah blah blah, but them just can't pass the ball. Them lack creativity. Them not have that extra spark there. Whenever when Bruno is dropping at United the time, you see me, and that players the number 10. You see where the team improve a little bit. You see where that there was that creative aspect. You know, a man could have string a pass, a man could have stay from deep and fling a pass to Rashford, whatever the case is. You get me? I say him could have take the ball, him could have make magic happen. And what do we go back to saying? We need a player like a Ravel Morrison. Enough people always ask on the stream, where's Ravel? I mean, I think somebody asked Hargreaves recently, and the man say, "Oh, the man clubless. The man need a club." You get me? I say, once him get back a club, then he can be in competition for getting selected. But at this moment in time, which month we in now? June. The transfer window so open, right? So hopefully Ravel can find a club this summer. The man need to not only that Ravel needs to find a club. The man need to actually stay at one club longer than one
Man
season.
can come on one JPL team complete. Yeah, if the man serious about playing back for Jamaica and him can't find a club abroad, every JPL team, Mount Pleasant would have taken him. You see me? For even play Mount Pleasant for 1 year so he can get in a national team setup. But and that's a reality. Him can do that if he want to get back into the national team.
But hold on,
So for me, it's just a matter of if
Man,
Well,
the man now. Yeah,
but the man been out of the club for a long period of time now. If him
Yeah, but
every
what-
Ravel Morrison's club football career is over. There's not much more he can achieve out of club football.
No man, you have
The
more
real
respect.
big
Hold on,
thing
man.
is international football now for Ravel
But man,
Morrison.
hold on, you have more
If
respect.
he want to get back in a national team, 4-3-3 presser, he better find ways to get back in this team. And if nobody know why abroad come a yard, or you want to play for Jamaica and you're afraid for playing at JPL.
People, the link is in the description to come out. Yo, stop looking down Ravel Morrison thing. The type of wages where Ravel Morrison accustomed to, not JPL.
Bro, that's the thing. You're not reach a point in your career now where you play for wages. Do you want to represent Jamaica or not? That's it. If no club abroad don't want you and you want to represent Jamaica, there's an option. So if you want to represent Jamaica, take that option. Go and go play for your Jamaica.
Bro, you're littling down Ravel thing. You have more respect.
Bro, him thing done little down already. Nobody no want him.
Bro,
how do you get kicked from DC United in the MLS?
Yo, the man never get kicked. But let me just say this, right? Ravel will never ever play in the JPL. They get me saying he will. You talk about
we know that now. That's the point. That's the point when I try to put it in you guys said. Him now come back, so take it out on the head, brother. Because now go find no club.
You can make me talk? You go say if you want to play for Jamaica, bro, playing football is not only about playing for your country. You need to secure your future as well. So you can't tell the man.
Yeah.
But hold on, you go say it's not at this point. It's not about wages. So why Kevin De Bruyne want to take up himself for Saudi Arabia?
Brother, Ravel is not a Kevin De Bruyne. Everybody would have want Kevin De Bruyne in a them team. So obviously you can demand wages.
Bro, the comparison.
No, you can't use them comparison the presser, bro. But if you want to come talk about Kevin De Bruyne, the best midfielder in the Premier League,
I did not compare the players.
No, you can't. You have to use a different player.
Yo,
you cannot use Kevin De Bruyne in this argument,
I did not compare the players. I'm saying.
I'm not saying you were comparing them, but you were using Kevin De Bruyne.
Brother,
to try and relay that argument with Ravel Morrison. You have to use a player in a Ravel Morrison.
Can you let me talk? Can you let me address
that sense?
Bernard, let me talk no bad man. I'm saying you stated that it's not about wages at this point in time, but I'm saying
him.
But bro, every player business about wages. Even when some players left and go Saudi Arabia, no matter how much money they're making at the Premier La Liga, it's still all about money. So you can't tell me say it's not about money for Ravel Morrison. The man have picked me, brother. The man have picked me. You can't say it's not about money for him.
So find a club. Why a club blessed for so long if you're so desperate for money?
Young Kings Entertainment. The man said at this moment in time, yes, we know Sir Ravel is not any world class player, but Ravel Morrison has been always held in high regard. That's why many past United.
Always that are from when he was 22.
Okay, but I'm just saying. Yes, me I say.
Young Kings Entertainment, congratulations. Let the whole world know this. You can bring up back Young Kings comment.
Brother,
only Jamaicans think that this current Ravel Morrison is good. The man already, brother. You don't see the man play a total World Cup qualifying campaign for Jamaica. What did he do? What did he really do? You just want to see this little twist and turn. I'm going to go watch some of them matches too, brother. All the man do just come sit down in front of the back line and twist and turn. Brother, the man really do not effective for the team. So I want to call back for Ravel for. Brother, the name only know Ravel Morrison is not that same player, brother. So stop calling Ravel Morrison. The man can't find a club. Why you think that is? If he was still that brilliant player that all of us think that he is. Well, not all of us. But all of who know we want him back in a national setup. Think that he is. The man would have a club right now and play football, brother. We are talking about. Brother, stop calling for them.
People, I know so I love bash 433%. Me I talk no people. Dicanio's opinion is not the same as mine, people. Yo, that man.
Bro, stop calling the man the name, brother, and the man now have a club, brother. And it's not like they are 6 months no dog now have a club, bro. A long time now, this brother you wash up and camp. A long time now the man has swing from club to club in a brother. So till all Wayne Rooney have to release the man when the man at Derby, you know. Wayne Rooney, what that is seen as one of them good friend, you know, or somebody would know him personally, you know. And you know,
All
say
right.
if you have a friend in the sport, your friend want to keep paying as much as possible. And even that, you wash up, brother. Go
Okay,
find a work.
just one stop driver. Come on, kitchen. Big up yourself for dropping a
Big up
super chat.
yourself, come on.
Yeah. So big up yourself, come on, kitchen. And people, super chats are available if you want to support either channel. So if you're from the Gunners YouTube channel and watching the live stream, feel free to drop Dicanio a super chat. If you're from the 433 Pressers YouTube channel, feel free to drop us a massive super chat. Not massive as in not like $100, whatever the case is, just in general, people. You get what I say?
Yeah, man.
But yeah, people, you know, that's Dicanio's opinion surrounding Rafael Marcy. I don't really have an opinion surrounding him. I know him can't keep a club. That's all I'm going to say right now, people. But
Why? All right, hold on. Maybe just respond to some of these comments. Listen, it's not ability make him do have a club, job. So tell me the reason why I'm not have a club. What is the reason make him not have a club? Why I'm not playing football? And if he's not playing football, why are Jamaican fans calling for him to be in the national team? Is that sensible? You say it a lot to Presta. So
I will say this.
No, listen. You say it a lot that players who don't have a club, they should not be called up for the national team. That's one of your best phrases. You love say that. You say it about Maggie and you say it about Ravel.
Hold on, brother. I stick by that point, but do not generalize people where people say Ravel must get back in the team. The minority does not speak for the majority.
I say that, and the people commenters and we are saying me talk about.
Who said that so far? But even those
commenters,
the minority.
I'm not go back up in the comments fine, but there are people.
But said them, do not say, don't try to generalize as if every Reggae Boyz fans are called out back for Rafael Marcy. You get me? As we said, the minority does not speak for the majority. But well, Jack Nate is our first. Big up yourself.
Yeah, man, how are you doing?
Good,
you know.
All right, we're Bridget and Bridget. I love the show and I love the discussion. But I just want to contribute one little thing. But before I do that, Presser, I heard you spoke about the Honorable Babsy Green.
Yeah.
And you say, you know, honor nobody.
Yeah.
Understand your feeling, but look, we have a conversation.
But honor people in the sense that God say you must honor your father and your mother. So my father, my father, and my mother. But not. But go ahead.
It kind of sounded a little disrespectful still, you know. I know what you mean.
No, listen.
But what we give show respect, you know.
These are Jamaican politicians that they've done nothing constructive for my country. So in that sense, I respect them as an individual, but to call them honorable, no, it's not something.
No, it's just that the title. It's just that the title comes with honorable. Honorable minister, so and so, honorable. You understand? Although we may not like them,
yeah.
But the title is there. That's all.
But I think addressing her by her full name, you know, that's her birth name.
You know.
And
no pressure. If you're going into media, we have to give people them rightful rankings. You understand?
Yeah, that's true. But there's also a clash as well. For example, I got through a phone conversation.
No, you could have said, you know, you could have said Honorable Babsy Grange, although you have the name. I don't respect what you did with the lights. Our minister. You understand?
But I don't agree with the fact that he has to say honorable.
Let me say this. You see, minister. I'm very meticulous when it comes down to the English language in terms of certain words that I use. The fact surrounding the word honorable, it is something to be praised. They get what I'm saying? It is something worthy of honor. And in my opinion, when it comes down to using the honorable with prime ministers or whatever the case is, they've done nothing of honor. They have done nothing that is worthy of me to refer to them as that, despite
but in this case, it isn't.
Despite the position coming with that name, you know, they're not doing nothing for me. Say, oh, you get me? I say,
it's the adjective, though. It's the title. It isn't the adjective of describing them as honorable. It's the title. But if you don't, if you like say, yeah, describe the person as honorable, you don't have to say that.
Minister.
Wouldn't say that either. But you could have just said minister. Does it mean? Yeah. You would have said minister.
All right. So we're putting that aside now.
Yeah.
What may I talk about? I sent something in the chat. I don't know if you guys got to it, but we have a midfield problem, right? We have to call up the speed. We're good at the flanks. We are very good at the flanks. Even the coach said it. We are not short on wingers, but we have a deficiency in terms of we attacking midfield and our defensive midfield. To the point we say, all right, let us put Bobby Reed as a number 10, which I think him can do an okay job at. But he's, in my opinion, he's not as aggressive as he should be. He's not really that the greatest playmaker. So we still have a problem. Although he's probably the best candidate now, he's still not the fix to the problem. So I am going to ask you a question. It may sound stupid, but we saw the last game. We saw what CFAX could do, right? And we also found his deficiencies too. To the point people call him selfish. But isn't he a guy who can hold the ball and hold it up? Who do tell me one?
CFAX.
I haven't seen enough of him to say. You mean like back to play, hold up?
Yeah.
I haven't seen enough of him to really say that.
All right. I used to watch him when he was at Charlie Smith. And the boy was just talented from that. He was playing at a match between Georges and Calabar and Charlie Smith. And that is the first match I carried my two boys to. Schoolboy match. And I was impressed with him. I have to call him after the game finished. And I said to him, I said, you young man, you're going to go very far, you know. You're going to go very far. And to see the man play at the stadium, I was there. It was impressive, brethren. Him have flaws, you know, don't get me wrong, you know. Him not reach where he must reach yet, you know. But you see the raw talent. If that talent can be harnessed, we're not going to talk too much about our brethren.
Who that? Oh, okay. Let me go ask him.
We're not going to talk too much about it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be honest with you. But he's not there yet. But I have a feeling that boy can be trained. Sorry, I know boy again, a man now.
Yeah.
He can be trained to play as a number 10.
Who? CFAX?
CFAX.
You think you have that creativity there?
Yes. The man have it.
Carla, you can string pass to become a number 10 in number. You can make something out of nothing, you know.
I think the man has it. I think he has it.
People in the comment section, what do you think? Can I agree with Carla?
I agree with that one then.
No, Carla. I don't know about that one, Carla. See,
No,
that is fine. It was an idea. When I was at the match, I'll tell you, I was impressed with him. And I said, but so the problem here, remember we think him overdriven sometime and him now pass the ball. If we carry him more central, a little more central, and we have him passing to our forwards, oh God, man. Miracle will happen, man. All the dead will raise, my brother. That's my opinion. But I'll leave it to you in the chat. I don't know, tell me in the comments. But I'm going to hang up now.
All right, bless up. People are going to drop the link again. So I'm just calling people. I mean, people, you know, it is important for you guys to share your opinions on the platform. But I don't know about, not Rapper, I don't know about CFAX as a number 10, brother. You get me? I say, I'm too sure about that one day. Because as a number 10, you have to can slow the game down. You have to can create something out of nothing. You have to be instinctive in that position. You get me? I say, if you really play as a number 10. But he said, if you train him like that, but hold his CFAX 23, 24. Sometimes, brother, you reach an age in a football more when you can train a man in a certain position. You get me? I say, and the number 10 for me is one of the most important positions. Other than a central defensive midfielder, being a number 10, why do you think number 10 is so expensive across the globe? And number 6 and 8 and them positions and the midfielder. I think midfield are some of the most expensive players in the world at this moment in time. You get me? I say, the transfer record for midfielders, our Chelsea, the Paul Pogba, them, Enzo Fernandez, all these people, you see me? But see if us, we just have to go and rock with the midfield problem right now. But see if us as a number 10, no, brother. But respect the card still, you see me? But listen, people, you know, we do 1 hour and 30 minutes. Just take some more comments. Dicanio got deep now, so I just end it as him leave out. See if us born to be a winner, not number 10. Premier 7 say, remember Declan Rice as well. Good shout. Commander Kitchen said, no disrespect to the caller, but he's using what is called recency bias. Kimo Blake, I think he might have about the high school game in the scoring that much. Owen Owen said, no, CFAS has 10, Spain 10 general is not in agreement. Tycoon, big up yourself. Ravel Amari, Omari Hutchinson gives right is the only players that can help Jamaican football, definitely. But once again, people, before I head over, I will give you the big bad outro.
It's time to